Harvey York's Rise to Power. Chapter 15. Mandy, who initially felt strange on the inside, felt the warmth in her heart at this moment. An unexplained feeling surged in her heart. She already had a feeling that the roses were sent by Don yesterday. Since Don had admitted to it now, she was indeed right about it. She never thought that Don would do what he said. He had just talked about the Prague roses yesterday morning. Then, the roses were sent to her in the afternoon, and with the heart of Prague in it some more. This thing could not be found easily. Thus, he must have planned this for her a long time ago, right? Although Mandy knew that she could not agree to this marriage because she was a married woman, she was still very moved and shy. Hey, did you guys see it? Harvey's expression is so funny. He's shocked. Ha ha ha. Meanwhile, Zach stood up, pointed in the direction where Harvey was, and laughed. Many people saw Harvey's expression and heckled him after hearing Zach's words. Indeed, Harvey's face was very dark at the moment. Not because of anything else, but because Don was too shameless. He pretended to be the sender and took away his effort. Was he not afraid of being exposed? Mr. Xander, look at the expression of our live-in son-in-law. Doesn't he look like he wants to hit you? Zach continued. Does he dare? He's such a coward. I don't think he would dare to touch Mr. Xander at all. Right? Ha ha. He is no match for Mr. Xander. If he dares to do it, we'll beat him to death. Why? Don't you dare to speak? Are you scared? Zach laughed. Harvey, you're such a loser. He was coming for your wife tonight, and you did not even say a word about it. Aren't you such a failure? Ha ha. Everyone around laughed more happily as soon as he finished speaking. Mandy's face darkened. She was still Harvey's wife nominally. If Harvey was being humiliated, then she was not much better than him. If she knew it would be like this tonight, she would not have brought him here. Lillian, who was at the side, stared at Harvey coldly. Why? Do you still want to get angry? If you dare to cause any trouble tonight, then we'll see. Harvey, why are you so afraid of your mother-in-law? Don't you even dare to say a word? Come on, speak your mind. What do you think about Mr. Xander's proposal to Mandy? Do you agree or disagree? Come on, speak your mind. Zach did not want to let Harvey go. He just wanted to make fun of him and humiliate him. Zach was surely enjoying it. Harvey looked at Zach after hearing his words. He then said slowly, Okay, if you want me to say it, I'll say it. I'll talk about the other matters later. But I was the one who sent the heart of Prague to Mandy. I don't want anyone else to falsely claim it. The entire villa was silent at this moment. Many people were staring at Harvey in disbelief as if they bumped into a ghost. Ha ha ha! Someone started laughing after a while, and then the whole crowd burst into laughter. Ha, this kid is so funny. He said that he's the one who bought the heart of Prague. Does he know how much that thing is? Many people said that he was stupid, but I didn't believe it. Now I believe it. This kid must have been kicked in the head by a pig. Oh my gosh! You're so shameless. How dare you say that it was you when it was Mr. Xander who sent it? In the middle of the crowd, only Don's eyes slightly twitched. However, he reacted quickly and immediately smiled playfully. Zach was banging the table, laughing while leaning back and forth. He laughed and pointed at Harvey. Harvey, you are so great at pretending. Tell me, are you so irritated by Don that your brain malfunctioned? Do you think that someone will believe you? Well, even if I reluctantly believe you, then you have to tell me, where did you get this thing? I ordered someone to buy it, Harvey said calmly. He did ask the Yorks to send him this thing, so he bought it. You asked someone to buy it? Zach tried to hold back his laughter. He then said, Then tell me, how much did you spend? It's free. Someone gave it to me as he needed me to help him settle some matters. Harvey said lightly. Someone asked for your help and gave it to you? Zach had just calmed down, and now he started laughing again. Ha, the entire crowd was laughing again. This Harvey was hilarious. Someone asked for his help and gave it to him? He must have not looked at himself in the mirror. Who would ask for his help with his wimpy appearance? What could he do? Then tell me, what did he ask you to do? Zach continued to speak with a mocking look. He would like me to invest. Harvey said, using York Enterprises investment. Puffed. Zach sprayed out his saliva. Harvey, do you think that you can get involved with York Enterprise just because your surname is also York? Have you woken up yet? Don, who had been just watching, finally glanced at Harvey at this moment, with a mocking expression on his face. Loser, are you saying that you can decide the use of our company's funds? You should be just as mindful of what comes out of your mouth as well as what goes into it. How dare you pretend to be in contact with our company, York Enterprise? Have you thought about the consequences? Consequences? Don, you are just a middle-level employee. You are also swindling and bluffing using York Enterprise's name. Have you ever thought about the consequences? Harvey said coldly. Don sneered. You're such a loser. You're like a frog in the well, and you know nothing. You could never imagine my position in the company. I'm the project manager of York Enterprise. At least 1/3 of the $5 billion this time has to pass through me before the investment could proceed. Loser, can you understand what this means? Don looked furious. This means that I am the one who decides the rise and fall of many families and businesses in 𝐃𝐢𝐬𝐜𝐸. Zach looked at Don with admiration. He then pointed at Harvey and scolded. Harvey, how dare you speak up broadly when you don't know anything? You're shaming and dishonoring the Zimmer family. Mr. Xander was an elite of York Enterprise. How can you doubt his status in the company? Harvey, I advise you to apologize to Mr. Xander. Otherwise, you will be in serious trouble later. Mr. Xander, don't mind him too much. He just can't understand how noble your identity is. With you here, it's easy for the Zimmer family to get some project funds. Harvey remained silent. Harvey could not help sneering while seeing the disgusting faces of the people of the Zimmer family. He looked at Don and said, I heard that the $5 billion were entirely determined by the new president of York Enterprise. Can a middle-level employee like you intervene in this matter? Don was disdainful. Are you pretending to know about our company's internal affairs? I'm the right-hand man of the new president. I have his complete trust. Don had never seen the new president. However, it did not prevent him to act in front of the Zimmer family, because he knew that they did not dare to question what he said. Harvey laughed out loudly. Does the new president trust you? Don, you are so good at lying. Don was taken aback. Even the Zimmer family did not dare to question his words. Why did this live-in son-in-law seem to know everything? He looked Harvey up and down several times. He confirmed that Harvey would never know his new president. He then said coldly, So, you are saying that you know our new president? Even Senior Zimmer will not dare to say such words. Who gives you the courage to say this? Mr. Xander, please don't mind him. He's too shameless and did not know where he stands. He is completely out of his mind. You don't have to care about him. Well, look at his expression. He might think that he is awesome. It's enough. Senior Zimmer slightly frowned. He looked at Harvey coldly. Harvey, there is no place for you to speak here. Do you think you are that great? Get out of here. Yes, get out of here. Don't be a disgrace here. You are ruining the Zimmer family's image and reputation. Don smiled. He waved his hand to stop everyone. He then said, Loser, I won't bully you today. I will give you a chance. As long as you can tell who the new president of our company is, I will apologize to you. But if you can't, you will crawl out this door on your knees today. Don could already imagine Harvey crawling out of the gate after he finished saying this. The new president had just taken over the company today, and he was very mysterious. He also did not know the name of the new president. How would Harvey know? Mr. Xander is so kind. You're willing to give him a chance. Thank you for showing some respect toward the Zimmer family. Harvey, don't be so shameless. Hurry up and apologize to Mr. Xander. Harvey, who do you think you are? Lillian stood up, pointed at him, and cursed. Who gave you the right to do whatever you want here? Do you think you are a high flyer? How dare you keep pointing fingers here? Get out now. Ha! The people around him were all laughing. Even his mother-in-law refused to give him face. This live-in son-in-law might as well die. If it was in the past, Harvey would have apologized obediently. However, at this moment, the corners of Harvey's mouth rose upward. He stared at Lillian coldly. Mandy thought it was a little weird. She had been with Harvey for 3 years. He had always been weak. She never thought that she would be so unfamiliar with Harvey at the moment. Harvey stood up slowly and looked around. Those ugly faces made him intolerable. He took a deep breath and said coldly, Don't you all want to know who the new president of York Enterprise is? Okay, I will tell you today.